Hello. Well, it is time. Time for some wisdom, for some knowledge to help get you into a place of juiciness when it comes to you going out there and creating that desired life. So, we all have this current life that we live in. I talk about this all the time. And we all are striving or looking to achieve something and get to that desired life, right? That life where, everything seems to be like on autopilot, right? We have the career that's doing great, our health is in check, all this beautiful stuff is happening, right? All this amazing stuff is happening. And in that desired life, our health looks good, our relationships are good, we've got money in the bank, we're healthy with regards to the relationships, with regards to everything. Like our life is just, I'd like to say, delicious, right? So we're in that space and everything's great. So that's our desired life. But right now, why we're here in our current life, why we are here doing what we're doing in the state that we're doing it with everything that's going on in the world, like what does that look like for you? So a lot of people have set aside these goals. I'm on this 10-year plan. I'm on this 3-year plan. I'm on a 60-year plan, which I don't even know what that is. But back in the day, there used to be a 60-year plan. I'm going to work until, I'm 65 or so, and then I'm going to retire and, live off my retirement. Well, that plan does not work and is not going to work just because of all the other things externally that can affect somebody living a good quality of life at that time. It's very rare. So I'm going to talk about exactly something that I call, and this might be upsetting to people that are goal planners, that are, love to do, vision boards and things like that, which those are all great and awesome to do. But what I want you to do is to kind of shift your heart set and your mindset. And instead of putting yourself on a 2-year plan or a 3-year plan or a 5-year plan, or, here's what's going to happen when I retire type plan, which, let's just be honest, the more energy you put into that, the more energy that's wasted. And as you move towards that goal and you've not hit these milestones, then what I've seen people do is I've seen people freeze. I've seen people like start to lose it. And then they start to get depressed because things aren't happening according to their 60-year plan or their 10-year plan or their 2-year plan or whatever the case may be. So I want to help relieve some of that frequency, that tension, that frustration that a lot of people go through because they're dealing with, this whole idea of being somewhere. Like, I have to be married by this time. I have to have this many kids. I have to have businesses that I've started. I have to have all these different things that are ready to go. And so I want you to know that, there's another way you can do it. There's another way that you can experience life, as I'm trying to turn down my radio right now. There's another way you can experience life and be much more happy. So here's what the new energy is. Here's how you get from your current life to your desired life in a very simple way. The first thing you need to do is just break it down to simplicity. So you're amazing today. Like today you woke up, today you started your day. So whatever that looked like, that's your baseline. That's your baseline for the rest of your life. So what I mean by that is now you know how you are today. The next thing is, I want to be a better version of myself today than I was yesterday. So if you're starting today, today's your baseline and you're off cranking, you're off ready. Today you start off in a great space. Tomorrow, guess what your goal is? It's just to be better. Just to be better. 1% better, it doesn't matter. 0.5% better, it doesn't matter. But just be better tomorrow than you are today. So my goal every day is to be a better version of myself every single day. And I know what I did yesterday. I know that yesterday I got this done and did this and experienced this and dealt with this and had this, created this. Like I know that. And today, all I want to do is be just a percentage better than yesterday. And it's crazy because if you're on a 2-year plan, if you just go up a percentage point, right? For those people that like math, for those people like numbers, that's statistics. If you just go up a percentage point over the next year, 365%, show me how many businesses have a 365% growth rate. At the end of the year, they grew 365%. How many businesses do that? What about people? What if you're in something right now that's very frustrating? You're in something right now that's just like emotionally like toxic. You're lost, you're trapped, blah, 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 blah. What if that's going on? And this is your baseline for the rest of your life. Like today is the day that you make the decision, I'm just going to become a better version of myself every day. And then tomorrow you become better. So you start to deal with it. The next day you just start to deal with it. And every day you just get better and better and better, stronger, 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 stronger to be able to cope and deal with things like this. Because I've been doing this for years. And, I there was a time in my life that, I had people around me say, hey man, what's your 90-day plan, your 6-month plan, your 10-year plan? Where do you see yourself when you're retired? Like, I don't even see myself doing what I'm doing for lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's for lunch in 20 minutes? Like, I don't even know that. So energetically, when I started to understand frequency and understand vibration and understand living in the moment, doing something right now in this moment that makes me better than the last moment, like that little tiny movement, that little tiny adjustment in frequency to elevate makes me better. And in that frequency, then I can start to do things. I start to do things easier and quicker because I just start to do things in the now. I don't start to go, okay, well, here I'm writing a book. It's got to have 22 pages or 200 pages. There's 15,000 words in each chapter. It's like, no, it's too much energy, too much frequency, too much vibration that you're wasting. Just do it now. Like right now, here's what feels good right now. Right now, this chapter or this word I'm working on or this thing I'm working on is this right now. You guys, for me and for people that I coach, for people that I work with, when you get into the space where you're living in the moment and you're just getting better at this moment, like you're just starting to make peace and understand that this moment's the most important moment, not the moment that's when you're 65 and retired, not the moment when you're 30 and you're supposed to have kids, not the moment when you're supposed to have, your business supposed to be at, up this many percent. You guys just live in the moment. Live in the moment. Stay in your current life. And every moment, just make it better, move things out, clear things out, and keep moving better and keep moving. And by the end of the day, you'll look back and go, man, I got a lot of stuff done today. I just got every moment I was just getting better and better. And tomorrow, all I want to do is just be a better version of myself. Like I want to be better tomorrow than I was today. And it will shock you, you guys. It will shock you how dramatic the results are when you really embrace this. Now, when you hit all your, is it great to have goals? Absolutely. I'm not saying don't do it, but so many people put so much energy in their 2-year plan, 1-year plan, 10-year plan. And so much like, okay, by month 6, I'm going to have this. And it's great to have vision. It's great to cast vision and belief and what is something to strive for, the light, right? The light into the tunnel. But reverse engineer it. What can you do right now? Like at this moment, in order to get there, way out there, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now, 60 years from now, when I'm retired, I got to start doing stuff right now at this moment. And my energy, my focus stays right here, not like, well, what if I don't do this? What if that doesn't happen? No, stay in this moment. Stay in your current life. Just become a better version of yourself and know exactly what it is that you want. Know exactly what it is that you're striving for. And in that, you start to smile because in that you start to see things happening. And in that, you get to feel things happening, which for me, I'm a feeler. Like I want to feel things happen. Like I want to be able to look at the end of the day and go, man, I freaking feel amazing today what I did. And if I'm better than I was yesterday at that moment, that night. So if I go to bed, let's say at 10 o'clock and I feel better at 10 o'clock tonight than I did last 10 o'clock that I went to bed, all is well. And guess what I get to do? I get to sleep knowing that tomorrow I get to get up and I get to be better than I was today, however that looks. So those that are on a 60-year plan, hey, kudos. Good for you. A lot of wasted energy. And you guys know life changes. Life changes so fast, as we all know. So why put yourself on something that hasn't even existed? Unless you're a fortune teller. Then great. But if you're not, there's nothing wrong with manifestation. I do it every single night, but I'm manifesting things right now. Like I'm feeling those manifestations happening right now. I'm feeling the people, that are ready for guidance and coaching to come into my life. I'm feeling that. I'm seeing my programs I'm developing behind the scenes coming, like people using them right now and changing life. As I'm in the moment right now. That's what I feel. And guess what? These things are starting and have been happening over and over and over, but I'm staying present. I'm getting better today, better at this moment than I was in the last moment I just passed. Like I feel better now than the one I just said, whatever I said a few minutes ago. That's what I want for you. Baby steps, little steps. And all of a sudden, when you get in this mindset and this heart set, watch what happens with regards to manifestation. Watch what happens with regards to your 2-year plan that now has been cut in a fourth or a third or in half or whatever the case may be, because you're living and becoming a better version of yourself and you're seeing the results and the benefit of that. So there you go. Be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. And tomorrow, better version of yourself. And next day, better version of yourself. Get rid of the stuff that's binding you. Add the stuff that fuels you, get rid of the stuff that's binding you, add the stuff that fuels you, and watch what happens to your life. All right. So share this with someone. Share this with someone today. Someone needed to hear this today. I see in the feed that some of you need to hear this today. Yes, you need to hear this today, but share this with someone. Share this with someone. Love you guys. Have a great. You guys are super freaking humans. You guys are super freaking humans, right? Keep that frequency up. If you need anything, give me a shout out. I'm here for you. All right. All right. Share this with people that you love. I'll see you guys. Take care.